Okay guys, starting with the tutorial straight away. Well, not really a tutorial, because maybe you won't want to recreate this look. It's gonna be a get ready with me nonetheless. Chatty, slightly different because today I don't actually have any idea where I'm going. I am meeting my friends. It's a Saturday, so I'm doing like a classic weekend outing, but it's a belated birthday celebration. And the product I'm going in with now is from Autograph. It's an old Marks & Spencer primer, Luminosity Radiant Skin Primer with a damp blending sponge. And yeah, just thought if I'm going out for the whole day, it's kind of hot, it's June obviously, and you know, just let's do something to ensure my makeup stays on nicely. So this will make my skin nice and glowy, hopefully. And I don't have any idea where I'm going. So like I said, it's belated for my birthday with my friends. I kind of did something this year about planning, telling my friends to plan something, and you know, if they have any ideas, let me know. We can do something fun together and kind of individually, not like one big party, because that can be really stressful to arrange. So I'm going in now with the Dew the Hoola from Benefits, an old sample size product, but it's my only liquid bronzer, and I've realized I need to top up on quite a bit of makeup soon. But what I'm gonna do is, I saw this on TikTok recently, I can't remember what they named it. It's kind of like the reverse bronzing, I guess, like where you put bronzer on. It's not that, you know, innovative, but you put the bronzer on before your foundation, and you know, we'll see how this works out. But yeah, I'm meeting my friends in central London and they have something planned. So, you know, obviously they would tell me if it was something really, they're not gonna do anything crazy. We do pretty low-key stuff together, but you know, they would say, oh, make sure you wear trainers, make sure you do this, you do that. I am actually gonna wear trainers, so I think I'm gonna be suitably dressed and ready. But yeah, I presume it's something relatively normal for us. So I'm not, you know, they didn't tell me any details, but I'm just gonna do a cute makeup look, cute outfit as I normally would, because otherwise they would have told me, right? So this looks a little crazy and orange right now, but I do think under the foundation it's gonna look lovely. And basically where I would normally contour and bronze, I've just put this product on. So gonna let that sit for just a moment and then going straight in with a foundation. The Makeup Revolution, it's from the XX range, which I don't know what the difference is, but yeah, that's what it's called. It's the FX1. So, okay, I don't know what the actual name is. It just says XX Revolution in the lightest shade, I think, which was a mistake, which is why today I've decided to mix, you know, this crazy bronzer with pale foundation and wearing a black dress. Very, very clever, because now if I drop anything on it, it's gonna be a mess. So I'm very excited for today. It will be probably featured in one way or another in an upcoming vlog, so stay tuned for that if you're interested to see what we actually get up to. But yeah, I'm gonna try and show you all my outfit and accessory pieces as well before I leave, or at some point, oh no, obviously before I leave, but like, yeah, at some point in this video you will see my whole look. And my hair, I forgot to say, please ignore it because it's not looking in the best state really, because well, it's alright, but it's a little bit messy. But I tried a new method where I put the, oh, it's a bit tough to talk like that, where I use those kind of roll-up satin wraps that you tie up into your hair, something slightly different. It's not quite heatless waves, but it's like a heatless blowout, and that's what I've tried today, and it worked. Maybe, you know, you can't really tell right now that much, but I promise it did look cute, and that's why I've tried to pin my hair back in a very delicate way, where hopefully, oh, someone keeps messaging me, where hopefully the, you know, the results and the waves and volume is not ruined. I'm sure it'll be fine because I've, yeah, kind of pinned it upwards. And yeah, I was really happy with that. First time testing it out. I'll probably do a whole review thing on TikTok, which then I'll also post here as probably a short video. So, okay, foundation is done. Like I said, you can tell it's extremely pale, but I think, you know, some of that bronzer's showing through. I think that was a really good idea. Maybe you're meant to put a lot more, but because I used like a quite a light liquid formula, I think maybe it dispersed like a lot. So you can't, oh my gosh, I am super popular today. My phone's going off, but yeah, I'm just applying more as like a concealer. I didn't bring a concealer with me to the table. Get it in the hair. So I'm just applying a little extra foundation here. I do have a brightening powder that I'm going to test out. But But yeah, this is the first time in a very long time, not sure why, sometimes when looking back at my photos I regret it, that I have worn a full face of foundation, a full face of makeup. I'm going all out today. Guys, I am proud of myself, you should be proud of me. I am really, really committed today. I got up early, 8:30 a.m. on a Saturday, to film this video, make sure I had enough time, I wasn't rushing or late, you know, do the whole get ready with me. Okay, this is probably going to strip my foundation off, but also sit down video for my coaching channel, and then also get as much content done as I can before I leave the house. Just, yeah, pre-plan, pre-film content. When I get home, then I'm going to edit and schedule it. So it's a busy work day still, even on a Saturday, but I'm proud of myself because, you know, I have strong willpower today. I could have slept in and just made it a fun, relaxed day, but I'm doing some work. Some people may consider that not work, sitting and filming yourself doing makeup, but the whole process of editing, putting it together, planning out the video, making sure, you know, aesthetically everything fits together, it does actually take a lot of effort, despite the tasks themselves being easy. So I am proud of myself. Okay, that's added a really nice blush. And we're going to be super productive today, but also have a lot of fun. Okay, I feel like I'm actually not even going to blend that because I tapped it on so lightly. I love that placement. That is really nice. So now I am sad because I'm coming to the end of one of my favorite powders, Rimmel Match Perfection. Should have also brought a towel here because the powder, if it goes everywhere, it might, even though it's meant to be transparent on the skin, ironically, it's going to slightly stain the clothes if I get it on there, but I'm going to take a flat top brush like that. So yeah, that is my little update about my plans for today and how things are going on. Another little tip, one moment, about, about the application. If you're going out, because it's June, unless you're in Australia, but even in Australia, actually, yeah, I feel like the UV strength and intensity of the sun in Australia is always going to be strong. So I would recommend using an SPF lip balm no matter what. So that's what I've done. Well, not no matter what, but like especially in the summer months. So as a base to moisturize my lips, but obviously add in a little bit of SPF. Gonna apply a little bit on my skin before I go out. And obviously I'm wearing SPF moisturizer. Put it on your lips before applying lip liner and products. Also, something I was going to mention, I get a lot of stray little hairs coming up around my face, and that is from, it might not show up on camera, you may not have noticed it until I just said it. Oh gosh, I just got powder everywhere. That is coming from the hair syrup oils that I've been using. Rosemary oil. Rosemary is amazing for hair growth, and by the way, I will do an updated video and like a whole video talking about hair care, how I grew my hair tips. Not that obviously I have like Rapunzel hair. It's gotten healthier and longer. I've always had long hair, relatively voluminous, like it's not, you know, super thin or fine. And also it's just improved in general. Like I've put a lot of effort over the years, and recently I've found ways to, you know, even out my hairline and get the hair growth that I want. So I'm going to do a whole video about that, but hair syrup is amazing. And that's the base done. I'm really liking actually the powder and foundation mix so far under the eyes. Good thing I, you know, didn't need any extra. Maybe, what moisturizer am I? I'm using like maybe a brightening vitamin C gel. Maybe that's working. And then I'm going to go in with this little Makeup Revolution powder just to also set more under the eyes, because my eyes are a little bit deep set. Keep everything in place. And maybe just lighten it a little bit. So yeah, you guys should have seen me last week. My skin was not in a good state. This is actually an improvement, and got powder everywhere. This is an improvement. You can't really see many of the perfections. I've been using niacinamide and zinc, but yeah, I had massive, I think, hormonal breakouts. Going on to the eyes now. Eyes always take the longest, although with the full face foundation, that took a while. Use some of these colors. So they're quite warm, bronzy, kind of bright, intense neutral tones, warm neutral tones. So yeah, that's just the color scheme we're working with today. And I'm going to keep it like very, very blended, using like fluffy little brushes like this. And yeah, we'll just see where we go. Nothing crazy, but we'll see how we end up. So moving on to TV shows now. I love to tell you guys what I'm watching because that's like one of my favorite introverted things to do. Just sit at home, maybe with some nice food or a nice snack, and just put on a good show or film that I've been waiting to watch. So obviously, you will have seen if you watch my short videos, I'm obsessed with Bridgerton. I think with good reason. I know it's kind of love or hate, but I think this season is amazing. I love Pollen, and yeah, I think it's done well. I understand that they could have developed Colin and Penelope. You can fast forward a couple minutes if you don't like the show, but I do think they could have developed it a bit more. 8 episodes and 4 episodes in each part. Obviously, it's a little limited, so yeah, going from friends to lovers, that whole arc, it's going to be a bit intense, a bit much. So they could have, developed it a little more, shown more of Colin's development and personality rather than only having, I feel like Penelope is the protagonist of this season more than Colin. So yeah, maybe we'll see a little bit more, but it was, hearing his mother say, oh, you're my most sensitive child, rather than showing examples or showing some vulnerability to him more than they did. I still really love the season, think it's done really well, the writing's great. That's just a little note I wanted to add in there. And but overall I'm loving it, I'm obsessed. Can't wait for part 2. I've ordered the book. I am going to read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, and I'm going to try and get it all done within literally like 4 days. The part 2 comes out. I've already, as I said, from the YouTube shorts, filmed a bunch of content, but I have so many more ideas for like reaction videos and little funny bits for part 2 that I want to film. And now I'm just blending out the lower lash line, by the way. But yeah, I am loving it. I'm obsessed. I'm listening to the audiobook for the first book on Spotify. I just thought that was easy, but then I realized there were 3 more books until I got to the Pollen book. So I thought, you know what, I don't have time for that. That's like going to take up my entire day to read all those books chronologically. But yeah, I'm just going to skip to book 4 and then go back to the others. But I am obsessed with that, and the fact that I'm now reading the books, I am fully invested. Another show that I've been watching that is very surprising to me, I was never invested, I've never watched it before, is Love Island, which I think a lot of people will have heard of if you watch reality TV. If you're in the UK or America, I think you've definitely heard of this, but yeah, there's quite a few different versions. But watching the OG ITV Love Island, I just saw it advertised, and I love Maya Jama. That was an excellent choice for host. Whoever hired her needs a promotion. And I thought, why not? I like reality TV. I need something to fill my time right now. Let me just test it out. If I didn't like it, if it was really cringe and boring and just not for me and kind of too trashy, then I would have just turned it off. But I actually really like it. They're very, very, I can see why people get obsessed and why it's such like a cult classic for the summer, because they have an addictive way of editing the show together. The way they leave it on a cliffhanger every episode. I was actually hooked, and you want to see what happens next. The drama, the romance, like how all the little twists and turns, like it is addictive. So I think they've got a good formula going there. So that's a little extra something I've been watching. Okay, mascara is done. I think I fast forwarded all of that. I wasn't speaking. I need concentration, but I'm loving that effect. Okay, my brows desperately need to be done. I forgot one final little step, a little brightening liner. I might put that on my waterline in a moment. But my absolute favorite, NYX brow pencil. This color just suits me no matter what color my hair is. And it's so delicate. Like, I'm just very lightly going through the whole brow, just to make it really thick and full and opaque. And then I'm gonna set it with a pixie gel. What else was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah, another little exciting update. This is something fun. I am going to see the Mean Girls musical. I think by the time this is out, I won't have gone yet. But yeah, me and my friend recently booked tickets. This is obviously in London. It's being performed off West End, which is probably why prices are a little pricier. It's also limited run. I saw Cruel Intentions earlier this year. I don't think there was a vlog on this channel, which is sad. I think it was on my coaching channel, where I, at the time, was still, I only post coaching videos there now, but at the time I was still posting my vlogs there. But yeah, it's all over my social media, but that I love that. We saw Cruel Intentions again off West End. Prices were decent, and it's a much smaller theatre, I believe, than this one. There was, you know, maybe 150 seats max, I would say. Oh, a bit much there. But yeah, this one was a little pricier, but it's worth it. I'll probably only see it once because, like I said, it finishes next year. And then at the end of the year, we get The Devil Wears Prada. So extremely excited. This is such a year for like cult classic chick flicks. And Cruel Intentions is one of my favourite films. The soundtrack as well, which was in the musical, absolutely loved it. And I have high hopes. I saw the film as well earlier this year, The Mean Girls, the musical, the movie, which is entirely based on the musical, based on the book. So it's going to be much more aligned than the actual movie we all know and love. But both versions are great. If you don't try and compare and think, oh, they're just trying to recreate Mean Girls again, because Mean Girls 2 was a travesty. If you don't, you know, go in comparing it like that, I think you're going to love all of it in its own way. And I just have high hopes for the musical. So my brows are now set in place. I think I'm happy with that. Might top up here a little bit before I go. But yeah, let's, now that my mascara's dried, just do a tiny bit of liner. Okay, that should like widen my eyes a little bit. And now finishing up, almost at the end of the makeup, because this is a bloody long video, Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in Tiramisu. It's quite natural and nude. And I'm kind of just focusing on lining the outer edges of my lips. Okay, and now my lips are plumped. Now I'm gonna do something a little different, but this is an old lipstick. I think my cousin gifted me this. I think it might be a Polish brand. New ID, I think it's from her, but it was, I got this a long time ago. I think it's called New ID Cosmetics in the shade, it's Eye Pout and it's Belle. And what I love is there's a little mirror. That's quite innovative, I have to say. And I'm gonna go quite lightly because it's an intense color. I really like that color. I am going to put a tiny bit of a pinkish gloss. This is a bit from Bare Minerals. Just a light, tiny amount. And I feel like this is going to seal in the colour. Okay, and there we go. That is the makeup done. Very natural and neutral. I don't know why I always end up doing... I use different products today, to be fair. But yeah, I always end up going very, very neutral and natural. And now I'm just going to set it with an Urban Decay setting spray. It's the De-Slick. Oh, it's almost completely finished. Okay, and there we go. Gotta let that dry. But that is the makeup done. Okay, so for accessories, I'm keeping it simple because I have a gold bag. I'll show you in a moment. I'm gonna try on some new clip-on earrings. I don't have pierced ears, maybe a bit odd, but yeah, I'm gonna try on some gold clip-on earrings. I've never worn them, so the only thing is they might be a little bit tight. But yeah, okay, they're quite subtle. You can't really see them with my hair down, but I like them. And the gold, like I said, because I'm wearing gold bag, it will match with that. These are just unbranded, by the way. They're not like any particular brand. They're not expensive, you know, probably made with a lot of plastic, but they look very chic, more expensive than they really are. And yeah, like I said, it will go with the gold earrings, but the white detailing, still relatively simple, nothing too crazy, but adds a little bit of color and something different to the, you know, instead of just like a long black plain dress. But yeah, that's it for accessories. Okay, so I really need to head out, but I'm going to layer up some perfume. Obviously I have my hair out here actually, because that's going to fit nicely, not fit nicely, it's going to disperse nicely throughout my hair, and apparently hair holds perfume well. So I'm mixing the Japanese Cherry Blossom, which is coming to the end, partly why I'm using it, from the Body Shop. Kind of spritzing that around. And then I'm going to layer it with also a quite summery, light, fun, almost tropical scent. I think a fruit, not fruity, floral base fits really nicely with this kind of perfume. It's the Michael Kors Wanderlust Sublime. I'm always going to say that word that way. So just again, this sprays more nicely, I would say, but yeah, they layer up beautifully together. So that's that. And the infamous gold bag I was telling you about, this is like the piece de resistance of my fit, which is why, again, I said I just went simple with accessories. So yeah, that is that's my little bag, shoulder bag, there we go. And then I'm just gonna wear black trainers with it. Yeah, I am kneeling down on the ground because that's the best angle for this lighting, for this camera to show you everything together. But yeah, that is it. And then let me show you the full length of the dress. Oh, can we see it? There we go. Ankle length. Yeah, and then just some black trainers to go with it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Get ready with me, and yeah, stay tuned possibly for some vlog content in another video of what we actually get to do.